Hello, sir. My name is Vaishali, and I am the brand evangelist for 30th Feb. Thank you so much for taking out time for us. That tomorrow is a very important day for you. It is Eid, and you must be preparing for your family. On that note, I would like to continue by first introducing you to the people out there. So we are in conversation with Mr. Arif Khan, VP and Head of Corporate Business and Retail Forex and Remittances in Axis Bank. We welcome you, sir. With that, I would like you to please introduce yourself briefly to the audience.
Yeah, thank you, Vaishali. I've been with banks for the last 14 years and have worked with various banks. Currently with Axis, and of course, I've worked with large banks like Kotak, ING, and Indus Bank. It's been a wonderful journey for me. I've been one of those fortunate people to work across the country, and my wife has been supportive enough to move along with me across the country. So I have worked in South, East, North, and as well as now West side of the country I am currently. So it's been a long journey and wonderful, rich experience in the retail side of the business and corporate side as well. So that's all. Thank you.
So on that note, since you're connected to the banking sector, how do you think that banking has evolved from the earlier corporate houses to the well-acclaimed and accepted Startup India mission?
See, if you really have to understand that, you have to see the history of the bank. We have been having one of the oldest banking system, goes well to 200 years plus. That was on the very nascent stage of the business till the pre-independence era. Actually the movement has happened from the post-independence. That is where the banks were set up, and the idea behind were only to support the corporate houses. It really has started evolving from the liberalization time. 90s, early 90s. That is how the new private sector banks came in the fray, and we see all the likes of the today's bank. They started at that period. So that is where the Indian population could taste the new product, the service, and etc. The real phase of change, which I would say, is in this last 4 or 5 years. That is where you can see RBI easing out and giving more licenses. You have payment banks coming picture. Now you can hear Amazon setting up. Even Flipkart is. Google is already there with Google Pay and all. We have various players, service providers, fintechs joining this banking party, I would say. This is the real change which we are seeing. With the new population, we have new banks. To suit the requirement. Today, nobody really wishes to walk into the branch. They just want on the phone everything, and we are fortunate to have people. Supporting this. We have players having this. So that's the journey of the bank. The next part of the journey is the exciting ones, wherein we will see the new bank, how they are providing the service. That is the future, which I see. The third stage of the evolvement of the banking is currently the last 3-4 years. You have seen various tech-based players have come in picture. We have payment banks. We have various players like Google is in the frame, and WhatsApp is coming with the payment option. So, evolving. It's a total evolvement. Now banking is no more the same. You go and put currency and take the currency back. It is like you have various kinds of loans and facilities. I term it is like the next phase of the banking is super exciting because you have just etc. It's going to be tremendous.
I'm sure, because banking is, one of the few sectors who've actually not been in losses since, in the situation also. So it's, helping people and companies a lot in this situation. So the post-COVID reforms show a lot of hope for the MSME sector, and how. So I want to know, how are banks trying to promote the same?
COVID is a very different scenario which has happened. I mean, no one has predicted something of this. It's like a doomsday for everyone. But of course, people are coming out of it. To talk of MSME, I mean, you have to see the MSME contributes almost 45% of the total industrial output. I mean, that's very massive. And it is the backbone. It is the backbone of the economy. I mean, bank, if you say, or those who are into the financial side of the business are totally looking how to support it. But of course, we have to see how this whole thing will evolve. I mean, currently we are on the wait and watch kind of scenario. Almost every bank is looking that, and I'm sure MSME has a lot of expectation on this. We have heard a lot from the government also, and we would see how things will evolve. I mean, it is more of next 2-3 months will only tell us how we are actually where we are towards.
Yes. This totally depends on the current situation, how things will be when the new normal, people will be adapting the new normal. So with this, obviously there's economic slowdown, and with the economic slowdown pertaining to this COVID-19, do you think banks will now turn stringent towards startup brands? Because as we know that around 3,100 banks, the 3,100 startups have been registered under FCA recently. So how are banks going to, be towards these startup brands?
There are two aspects of it. The one aspect is how the government of India is supporting this cause. I mean, government has already come up with a lot of funds, and we hear our Prime Minister contributing. I mean, 20 lakh crore is going to be there. And if you see the MSMEs, already 3 lakh crore of money is already set aside for this. So it's a big amount of money. Now, but we always have to see how banks is going to evolve. See, banks generally in last 3 years have got a huge dent in terms of the NPA, and almost all banks have struggled to come out of it. Many of the private banks are already on the positive side, but various public sector banks especially have got huge kind of NPA. It goes into 2 digit. I mean, that is too huge. So I'm not very sure how people will take it, but of course, since the government is backing up, so naturally the public sector banks will have to participate. That is where the MSMEs sector will be looking up on. Nevertheless, I mean, the Q1 is actually, the numbers will come by early July and all. Then we will know how this slowdown is affecting. I mean, we know that GDP is almost at hitting at 0% growth and all. So there is, of course, that side of pessimism is there, but with lockdown getting over and things are opening up, we are hopeful. I mean, the economy will start moving ahead, and so the support. So of course, banks are going to be little reluctant. They won't be that much opening up given the kind of already slowdown and the past history of NPA. But nevertheless, if the government really going to support this cause, I mean, we will see definitely MSMEs taking gain out of it.
Okay, so since the small businesses are already, having a lot of losses due to this lockdown situation, how are banks and the fintechs helping them survive? Or how can they help them to survive?
Well, in a normal scenario, I mean, all this fintech and bank are the ones who are actually helping the growth of all these smaller ventures. I mean, you get an easy money on a click of mouse. You don't have any balance sheet or any background of business, and you have a wonderful idea to go, and you can approach one of these fintechs player or even a bank. I mean, you can see they giving you easy money. I mean, that is it. But of course, the current scenario is different. I personally see that yes, banks are going to take a cautious approach, but fintechs are one I doubt they will be able to do anything, because they are the ones who do not get any capital support currently. I mean, almost it's all drain out. I mean, no one is going to put money into them with the current scenario. So that is where I feel fintechs will not be participating. But yes, banks have always participated in the economic growth. Whatever the ups and sides of the economy, I'm sure a bank will participate. Yeah.
Yeah. So since we know that now is the major time for the banks to show that they really care about small businesses. So my next question to you is: do you think Indian banking industry is also planning the same when the government is supporting these startups, these small businesses, and these MSME groups?
Of course. I mean, see. I mean, maybe I'm sounding doomsday has arrived, but the fact is, our government is doing a lot. I mean, a lot of effort is being put, and that is where the funds are set aside. My whole point was from the perspective of these new banks and the private banks participating in this. But we already have heard our finance minister having a round of discussion recently. Last Friday only, she has met with the top 5 bank CEOs, and of course they have already given assurance that they are going to participate. Banks like Canara Bank and all who have already, started disbursing. So they are going to help. I mean, that is where we will see the actual support mechanism coming to all this set of MSMEs, and I am hopeful this will revive the economy. Now, given the context is the whole nation is looking inward, and we are looking in a kind of developing something on our own. Naturally, this is the definitely time where our industry they need support, and I'm sure banks are going to support in this whole growth. With of course 3 lakh crore is a big money. I mean, it is going to help.
So what do you think, what type of changes should the banks make permanently seeing this situation post-COVID in terms of feasibility, in terms of easiness for their users?
So there are 2 sides of it. I mean, one side from the digital journey, which I would say is something which all banks are currently working. I mean, you name a bank and you will find they are be it a private player or a public player sector side. Every one of them is looking how to develop more and more digital side of the business, because now given the fact that we do not expect people to walking into the bank branches and looking for the services. So already the private players are in the forefront. They already have advanced technology in place and their support mechanism. So today, if you have any loan which you want to just close off or something like that, you want to enhance it, everything is possible on the click of the mouse. I mean, that is where the real investment is going to be. And we always see a bank expanding their branch network to reach the hinterlands, but the digital side of the journey is actually where the investment is happening, and that is where actually going to support the economy. I mean, today if I am having a venture, I am having a company, if I want to do any kind of my treasury transaction or any payments which I can do it on my desktop. I mean, that is how the technology has played a role. So I'm sure this is the way forward for the banks to look upon, and so the industry will be.
All right. So I think this information was very fruitful for me as well as to the people who are watching this interview. I hope that people get some basic knowledge about how the banks are going to bring better days in future for everybody in the country. On that note, I would like to thank you, and you took out so much time for us and to enlighten our audience about this topic. I hope that we connect back really soon for such more interesting topics to give knowledge to everybody out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashari. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Bye.